Hello viewers and welcome to the program. It's another Saturday morning and it's our pleasure to bring you another 1/8 final contest. Competing today are Accra Academy and Prempeh College. The winner of today's contest meets GSTS at the quarterfinals. Let's now meet the contestants. We have Prempeh College to my right, represented by
SMN SS3.
Kofi Mensah SS3.
Kwame Danso SS3.
Accra Academy is represented to my left by
Michael Adi, Form 3. Kevin Century, Form 3. Money Edward, Form 3.
Gentlemen, you're all welcome. You know the rules. Without much ado, round 1. 15 seconds. Prempeh College, state the cosine rule for a given angle ABC. The cosine rule for a given angle ABC. Yes, Dansu.
The cosine rule states that a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a.
That is correct. Accra Academy states the sine rule for angle ABC. The sine rule, Edward.
The sine rule states that a over sine A equals to b over sine B equals to c over sine C.
We'll take that. It could be the other way. Sine A over A equals sine B over B equals sine C over C. Prempeh College. Explain why in each period of the periodic table, the halogen atom has the highest electronegativity. Kofi.
Across the period, atomic radius decreases, and electronegativity increases, and ionization energy also decreases. And so ionization energy increases. And so the halogens which are far to the right of the periodic table are able to attract electrons more into themselves. So they have high electronegativity.
I'll give you the mark. In other words, for each period, the halogen atom has the smallest atomic radius and therefore the highest electron affinity. Accra Academy. Which of the metals, sodium or potassium, is expected to be harder and why? Edward.
Potassium. This is because the atomic radius of potassium is greater than that of sodium. And since sodium and potassium are in the same group, that is group 1, and atomic radius increases down the group, and potassium is down sodium. So metallic character.
Sorry, the answer is sodium. It is not potassium. It is sodium because it has a smaller atomic radius and hence a stronger metallic bond. Your question, Prempeh College. Complete the following statement, only one attempt. During glycolysis, glucose phosphate undergoes molecular rearrangement form Danso.
Fructose phosphate.
That is correct. Accra Academy, fill in the blank in the following statement. During glycolysis, fructose phosphate reacts with dash to form fructose diphosphate. Only one attempt, Edward.
ATP.
ATP is correct. What is a neutral point in a magnetic field? Yes, Kofi.
It's a point in a magnetic field where the resultant magnetic flux density is 0.
That is correct. When is a magnetic substance said to be magnetically saturated? Edward.
A magnetic substance is said to be magnetically saturated when its magnetism will not increase further, even when the intensity of the magnetic field is further.
You cannot magnetize it any further. One attempt only, Prempeh College. What indicator is suitable for the titration of propanoic acid with ammonia? Explain your answer. Kofi.
No indicator can be used for such a titration since this is a titration between a weak acid and a weak base.
That is correct. Accra Accra Academy, your question, only one attempt. Which indicator is suitable for the titration of propanoic acid with sodium hydroxide? Michael?
Phenolphthalein.
Phenolphthalein is correct. What is diffraction? What is diffraction? Kofi?
Diffraction is the spreading out of waves when it passes through an aperture or around an obstacle.
You spelled it. 1 out of 3. Diffraction has nothing to do with apertures, okay? It's the bending of a wave around corners or around objects in its path. Accra Academy. What is interference? Edward.
Interference is a phenomenon whereby 2 point source produce waves in phase with each other, thereby producing nodal lines and antinodal lines.
Hey. I will take that. Prempeh College.
Interference is the combination of 2 or more waves in the same direction.
That is it. The phenomenon that occurs when 2 or more waves interact, simply. Your question, Prempeh College. In a GP, the first term is 3 and the third term is 12. Find the fifth term. Yes, Siama.
48.
48 is correct. Your question, Accra Academy. In a GP, the fourth term is -3 and the seventh term is 81. Find the common ratio, R. Find the common ratio, R. Yes, Edward.
-3.
That is correct. Prempeh College, name 2 phyla in the animal kingdom whose members show radial symmetry. Only 1 attempt. Kofi.
Phylum Nidaria and Echinidemata.
That is correct. Accra Academy, name 2 phyla in the animal kingdom whose members have only 1 opening to their alimentary tract. Only 1 attempt. Yes, Michael.
Annelida and Nidaria.
2 out of 3. Nigeria and Platyhelminthes, and that brings us to the end of round 1.
The future lies in the hands of our children. Children today, leaders tomorrow. And education holds the key. Without the proper learning environment, these children may never reach their full potential. And it should not be that way.
It looks like what?
That is where the Ghana Education Trust Fund steps in, so that these children can have access to basic facilities and enjoy the learning experience. Gradually, one by one, we are removing the barriers in the way of quality basic education. We will continue, so they too can continue. Get Fund. We invest in tomorrow's leaders.
At the end of round 1, here are the scores. Accra Academy has 17 points. Prempeh College has 23 points. We move on to round 2. You have 15 seconds for questions that do not involve calculation and 30 seconds for those that involve calculation. Your question, Accra Academy. What is the difference between a microphone and a loudspeaker? Yes, Michael.
A microphone converts sound energy to electrical energy, whilst a speaker converts electrical energy to sound energy.
I'll give you the mark. Michael, next time use the right tense. A microphone converts sound waves into electrical signals, while a loudspeaker converts electrical signals into sound waves. Prempeh College, your question. Explain why a particular battery does not give the same current when connected in different circuits. Yes, Dansu.
This is because in different circuits there are different resistance to the flow of current, and as such, the EMF, that the potential difference across the loads in the various circuits are different.
I'll give you the mark. In other words, the current provided by the battery is dependent on the total resistance of the components in the circuit to which it is connected. Your question, Accra Academy. If chloroquine were a natural product, which class of natural products would it belong to? Steroids, carbohydrates, terpenes, alkaloids, or polypeptides? One attempt only. Yes, Kevin.
Alkaloid.
Alkaloids is correct. Which class of natural products would testosterone belong to? Steroids, carbohydrates, terpenes, alkaloids, or polypeptides? Dansu.
Steroids.
Steroids is correct. Accra Academy, what role do drones play in a hive, and under what conditions are they driven out of the hive by worker bees? Michael.
Drones are fully matured males and they fertilize the queen during the nuptial flight. And when there is starvation or hunger, they are stunned to death or they are driven away from the hive.
That is correct. Prempeh College, under what condition does a worker bee perform the round dance? Kofi?
When the food is within 100 meters, that's near to the hive.
That is correct. Your question, Accra Academy. The length of a rectangle is 5 centimeters more than its width. If the area of the rectangle is 84 centimeters squared, find its dimensions. Yes, Edward.
7 centimeters and 12 centimeters.
That is correct. Prempeh College. The length of a rectangle is 3 centimeters more than the width, and the area of the rectangle is 54 centimeters squared. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. Dansu.
9 centimeters and 6 centimeters.
That is correct. Accra Academy, your question. When firing a shotgun, a hunter always presses the butt of the gun tightly against his shoulder. Why? Michael.
This is because from the law of conservation of momentum, the bullet will move with a particular momentum, and there is a backward force which is exerted by the gun, so he needs to hold it carefully so that it doesn't fall.
I'll give you the mark. Michael, as for the gun, it can fall. The hunter is trying to protect himself from the gun hitting him. Prempeh College. When a rubber balloon filled with air is released so that the air spurts out of the nozzle, the balloon flies across the room. Explain why. Kofi?
This is because the air in the balloon has a pressure, and when it's released, the air flows out with a force, and by inducing tail of motion, there's an equal reaction exerted on the balloon fabric so that it moves across the room with an equal momentum as that of the gas getting out of the nozzle.
Kofi, I can only give you 1 out of 3. Now, as you mentioned, in agreement with the law of conservation of momentum, the air escaping through the nozzle of the balloon causes the balloon to move in the opposite direction. But because the nozzle is not rigid, it tends to move from side to side, causing the direction of the spurting air also to change. And this causes the balloon to fly across the room. Your question, Accra Academy. On heating a dry salt, a gas that rekindles a glowing flint is evolved. Name the gas and suggest the possible identity of the salt.
The gas is oxygen and the salt is potassium chlorate.
And that is correct. Prempeh College. A little amount of a dry salt is put in a test tube. A drop or 2 of concentrated H2SO4 are added and the mixture heated strongly. If a mixture of white and brown fumes is observed, which halide may be present in the salt? 1 attempt only. Done so.
A bromide.
A bromide. Accra Academy. An order for 30 of item A and 12 of item B cost 147,000 cedis. A second order for 12 of item A and 6 of item B cost 66,000 cedis. Find the unit cost of A and unit cost of B. Yes, Michael.
2,000 cedis.
That is not correct. For a bonus, Prempeh College. Yes, Coach.
2,500. And B is 10,000 cedis.
No. Item A costs 2,500. Item B costs 6,000 cedis. And now your major question. A dozen of item A together with half a dozen of item B cost 120,000 cedis. Half a dozen of item A together with a dozen of item B costs 150,000 cedis. Find unit cost of each item. Yes, Esiama.
A costs 5,000 cedis and B costs 10,000 cedis.
That is correct. The final set of questions for this round. Accra Academy, your question. The leaves of aquatic plants, like the water lily, have a waxy cuticle on their upper surface. What is the importance of this? Yes, Edward.
This is to prevent water from being logged on top of the leaf. That is blocking the stomata.
I'll give you the mark. It allows water to run off easily without settling on the leaves and entering the stomata. Prempeh College. Aquatic plants generally have less strengthening tissues in their stems and leaves than land plants. Why do you think this is so? Kofi?
They have less strengthening tissues, and these the position of these tissues are occupied by airspace, which allows it to transfer oxygen from the top of the leaf down. And then also the water.
For a bonus, Edward.
There are large air spaces. This for buoyancy, so that they can float on the surface of the water.
I can't give you the mark. You're talking. You see, you turned it the other way. You had to talk about the water, because we said aquatic plants generally have less strengthening tissues in their stems and leaves than land plants. Why do you think this is so? And this is because water is so much denser than air, and hence it boils up and supports the submerged plants. So they really do not need the strengthening tissues since they grow in water. Viewers, that brings us to the end of round 2.
As a little girl, my dream was to become a doctor. I always wanted to help the sick. Now I'm in the dental school together with others who had similar dreams. The support from the Ghana Education Trust Fund has made things a lot better. Their support has helped provide new equipment, teaching aids, improved facilities, and our student loan. We're studying hard, and we know that we can continue to count on support from Get Fund to turn our dreams into reality.
At the end of the second round, here are the scores. Accra Academy has 38 points. Prempeh College has 42 points. Let's move on to round 3. In this round, both schools are posed with the same problem to be attempted in 3 minutes. Contestants, please stand over your sheets. I'll read the problem of the day. Fill in the 10 blanks in the following table. Fill in the 10 blanks in the following table. We have a table with 4 columns. In column 1, we have disease or condition. Column 2, causative organism. Column 3, secondary host. And column 4, vector. The diseases or conditions are yellow fever, tetanus, swollen shoot, dranunculiasis, trypanosomiasis, tinea solium, ringworm, elephantiasis, schistosomiasis, and coccidiosis. Contestants are to provide the causative organism, secondary host, or vector. That, viewers, is the problem of the day. Thanks for staying with us, viewers. Our contestants are ready with their solution and will now present them on the whiteboards. There we are with the contestant solution. I'll quickly fill in the blanks and then we can compare with their solutions. For the yellow fever, vector is Aedes mosquito. For tetanus, causative organism is Clostridium tetani. For swollen shoot, the vector is mealybug. For dranunculiasis, the secondary host is the water flea. For trypanosomiasis, the vector is churchfly. For Taenia solium, the secondary host is pig. For ringworm, the causative organism is Microsporium alduni or alduni. For elephantiasis, the causative organism is Wuchereria bancrofti. For schistosomiasis, the secondary host is water snail. And for coccidiosis, the causative organism is Eimeria species. Eimeria species. Let's now look at the solution from Prempeh College. Viewers, you'll notice that Prempeh gave incorrect answers for the blanks numbered 4, 6, 7, 9, and 10. They get 5 out of 10. Accra Academy, on the other hand, gave incorrect answers for 3, 4, 7, 9, and 10. They also get 5 out of 10. Let's keep moving. Round 4. 30 seconds for questions that involve calculation, 15 seconds for those that do not. Your question, Prempeh College. In the manufacture of Na2CO3 by the Solvay process, NaHCO3 is heated strongly to give the product. Assuming 100% yield, how much Na2CO3 will be obtained? Atomic masses, how much Na2CO3 will be obtained from 210 grams of NaHCO3. Atomic masses for sodium, carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen are 23, 12, 16, and 1 respectively. Esiama.
1.25.
It is not correct. For a bonus, Accra Academy, the answer is 132.5 grams. Your question, Accra Academy. If in the manufacture of Na2CO3, 252 grams of NaHCO3 gave only 133.1 grams, what was the percentage yield of the process? Molar mass for NaHCO3 is 84. That for Na2CO3 is 106. You may leave your answer as an expression. Yes, Michael.
55%.
It is not 55%. Yes.
38%.
You have one last chance. For a bonus, Prempeh College. Esiama.
80%.
It is not 80%. It is 83.7%. Did you get the equation right, the balance equation? 2 NaHCO3 should give you 1 Na2CO3. Then what went wrong? Well, it's 83.7%. Your question, Prempeh College. A wire 0.2 meter long, carrying a current of 5 amps, is at right angles to a magnetic field. The force on the wire is 0.5 Newton. What is the magnetic induction of the field? Esiama.
0.1 Tesla.
Is 0.5. Accra Academy. An electron passes through a magnetic field at right angles to the field at a velocity of 2 × 10⁶ meters per second. If the strength of the magnetic field is 0.5 Tesla, find the force on the electron. Charge of an electron is 1.6 × 10⁻⁹ coulomb. Michael.
1.6 times 10⁻⁻12 coulombs. Minus 13 coulombs.
It's minus 13. Michael, the unit is Newton and not Coulomb. Your question, Prempeh College. Give me 2 differences between the events that occur during process of mitosis and meiosis. 2 differences between the events that occur during process of mitosis and meiosis. Danso.
In meiosis, there is crossing over, but in mitosis, there is not. And also, in meiosis, there is pairing of bivalent or homologous chromosomes, but mitosis, there is none.
I'll give you the mark. There is pairing of homologous chromosomes to form bivalents, okay? I'll give you the mark. Your question, Accra Academy. Give me 3 differences between a nymph and an adult insect. Michael.
1. A nymph is sexually immature, but the adult is sexually mature. Also, a nymph is wingless, but the adult has wings. The nymph is white in color, is lighter in color than the adult.
I won't take that one. 2 out of 3. Michael forgot the obvious. The nymph is smaller. The nymph is smaller. Prempeh College. Now the preamble is to both schools. Given f of x equals 1 over x squared plus 1, and the denominator is x squared plus 1, and g of x equals x plus 1, Prempeh College, find f of g of x. Esiama.
1 over x squared plus 2x plus 2.
Again?
1 over x squared plus 2x plus 2.
That is correct. Accra Academy, find g of f of x. Edward.
G of f of x equals to x squared plus 2 over x squared plus 1.
That is correct. Prempeh College. Prempeh, what term is used to describe a disease or condition with which one is born? Kofi?
Congenital.
It's congenital. Accra Academy, under what circumstance is mutation hereditary? Yes, Michael?
When it occurs in the gene or in the chromosomes.
Not correct. Yes, Edward?
When it is associated with the genes of the individual, that's okay.
You have one last chance. You'll be bailed out for a bonus, Prempeh. So
when it's involved with the gametes of
when it occurs with the gametes. Prempeh, your major question. What volume of water in decimeter cubed will be required to fill to the brim a swimming pool measuring 50 meters long, 30 meters wide, and 12 meters deep? What volume of water in decimeter cubed would you need to fill such a swimming pool?
80 million dm cubed.
It is 80 million. Accra Academy, your question. If the volume of water required to fill a swimming pool 50 meters long and 40 meters wide is 3.2 times 10 to power 7 decimeter cubed, what is the depth of the pool in meters? Yes, Edward.
1.6 times 10 raised to the power 7.
It is not correct. We want the depth of the pool in meters. Yes, Michael.
1.6 times 10 raised to the power 4 meters.
You have one last chance. Yes, Edward.
1.6 times 10 raised to the power 3 meters cubed.
For a bonus,
16 meters.
It's 16 meters. Your major question, Prempeh College. The intensity level of a certain sound is increased from 45 decibels to 65 decibels. By what factor has the intensity been increased? By what factor has the intensity been increased? Yes, Kofi.
100.
100 is Accra Academy, your question. The intensity of a 60 decibel sound is increased by a factor of 10,000. What is the new intensity level? What is the new intensity level? Yes, Michael.
260 decibels.
It is not correct. Yes, Kevin.
80 decibels.
You have one last chance. Yes, Edward.
100 decibels.
It's 100 decibels. The last set of questions for this round. Listen carefully, both schools. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x squared minus 5x minus 3 equals 0, Prempeh College evaluate alpha minus beta all squared. Danso.
13.
That is not correct.
X squared minus 4.
Yes, Esiama.
31.
It is not 31. You have one last chance. Yes, Danso.
37.
It is 37. Accra Academy evaluate 1 over alpha squared beta cubed plus 1 over beta squared alpha cubed. Yes, Edward.
Negative 1 over 81.
It is not correct. Yes, Edward.
Negative 1 over 243.
You have one last chance. Edward.
1 over negative 216.
For a bonus Prempeh College. Yes, Kofi.
Minus 5 over 27.
That is correct. That brings us to the end of round 4.
As I start my day, I know they are counting on me. I am a truck driver for the Ghana Education Trust Fund. My job is to supply books to schools across the country. Whenever I see the school kids, my mind goes back to my school days. I too had hopes and dreams that sadly never came to pass. I made a firm promise to myself that if I couldn't chase my dreams, I would make sure that others could. Seeing these happy kids simply warms my heart. It's happening every day, and I'm proud to be part of Get Fund. Get Fund, we invest in tomorrow's leaders.
At the end of the round, Accra Academy has 54 points. Prempeh College has 71 points. We'll now move on to round 5. For the first part, you have 10 seconds to say whether the statement made to your school is true or false. We start with you, Accra Academy. Mosses reproduce sexually but do not form seeds. Yes, Edward?
It's true.
That is correct. Prempeh College. The boiling points of neon, nitrogen, and argon are -246, -196, and -186 degrees Celsius, respectively. Thus, when liquid air is fractionally distilled, neon will be the first fraction to be collected. Danso?
True.
That is correct. Accra Academy. Any angle with measure greater than 90 degrees is an obtuse angle. Michael?
False.
That is correct. Prempeh College. If the net torque on a rigid object is 0, that object will not rotate. Danso?
True.
No, it is not true. It could rotate with a constant angular velocity. Accra Academy. Carbon 4 oxide is normally separated from the other components of air by compression at room temperature. Yes, Kevin?
It's false.
No, Kelvin. That is true. Prempeh College. The spores of mosses are unicellular. Danso?
True.
That is correct. Accra Academy. When heat is transferred between two objects, whether or not they touch physically, the objects are said to be in thermal contact. Kevin?
It's false.
No, Kevin. It is true. Prempeh College. An angle with measure greater than 180 degrees is a reflex angle. Danso?
False.
Sorry, that one is true. Accra Academy. Accra Academy. The cells in the region of elongation of a root do not divide. The cells in the region of elongation of a root do not divide. Edward?
It's true.
That is correct. Prempeh College. The first ionization energy of aluminium is less than that of magnesium. Yes, Danso?
False.
I'm sorry, Danso. That is correct. Accra Academy. Accra, your statement. The product of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational.
It's true.
That is correct. Prempeh College. An ideal gas is a low density and low pressure gas. Danso?
True.
That is correct. Accra Academy. Neon is expected to have a higher first ionization potential than argon. Edward?
It's true.
That is correct. Prempeh College. The piliferous layer is found in the stem of monocotyledonous plants. Danso?
False.
That is correct. Your final statement for this part of round 5, Accra Academy. When water is warmed from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, its density decreases. Edward.
False.
That is correct. Prempeh College, if A and B are negative numbers, then A minus B is a negative number. Kofi.
False.
That is correct. Now to the second part of round 5, the riddles. Each school would want to be the first to solve a riddle. When they are ready to solve a riddle, they call my attention by ringing a bell. Let's check your bell, Prempeh College. Let's check your bell, Accra Academy. Good, we are ready. I'll take the first riddle. While very many are afraid of the heat in the furnace, I love it. That is the only place where the impurities are removed so that my identity is revealed. Danso.
Iron.
I usually drop to the base of the furnace after the heat treatment. I quickly solidify when let out of the furnace. At this stage, 3 to 4% of my mass is carbon. If my other first name is Pig, then who am I? Who am I? Edward.
Iron ore.
If my other name is Pig, then who am I? Cast iron, cast iron. And now the second riddle. I am one of a set of triplets that are associated with a set of numbers. Each of us indicates some kind of average, but I am always in the middle. If I were a footballer, I will be a striker occupying the central position. I can be found from a histogram or an ogive, that is a cumulative frequency curve. I am the middle quartile. Who am I? Where did the bell come from? Kofi?
Median.
Median is correct. Let's take the third riddle. I could be electrical, acoustic, or mechanical. Sometimes I am said to be complex, and with good reason. I am a complex ratio of a force-like quantity such as pressure or voltage to a related velocity-like quantity such as current or heat flow. I am in the business of opposition, but I am not a 10-letter word. Who rang the bell? Edward.
Resistance.
Did you also ring the bell? Let's go on. I have particularly specialized in opposing the flow of alternating current. Who am I? Who am I? Kofi.
Impedance.
Impedance is correct. And now the final riddle. I am a structure found in insects and terrestrial vertebrates. In insects, I am a plate of cuticle. In terrestrial vertebrates, I am a shield or rod-shaped bone. Kevin, sternum is correct.
As a little girl, my dream was to become a doctor. I always wanted to help the sick. Now I'm in the dental school together with others who had similar dreams. The support from the Ghana Education Trust Fund has made things a lot better. Their support has helped provide new equipment, teaching aids, improved facilities, and our student loan. We're studying hard, and we know that we can continue to count on support from Get Fund to turn our dreams into reality.
At the end of the contest, here are the scores. Accra Academy has 67 points. Prempeh College has 84 points. Hard luck, Accra Academy, but thanks for coming on the program. We'll see you, God willing, next year. Congratulations, Prempeh College. We'll see you at the quarterfinals. Next week, we'll bring you another 1/8 final contest between St. Augustine's College and St. Francis Xavier Junior Seminary. Make a date with us. Bye for now.